and protection. This is Renewed Hope in a Jar Skin Tint. So I want you to, if you've ever experienced the Renewed Hope in a Jar franchise, there's something really special about that moisturizer. And now there is color to it, which is fabulous because we can wear it as our foundation, our no makeup, or our skin tint. What you're bringing home tonight is your choice of shades, which I'll have Kat go over in just a moment, but you're also getting the brush that has a spatula at the end for a mess-free application. Just the foundation alone is $39, so truly for like 4 cents less, you get the brush, which is always application and the formulation, so you get both tonight with Philosophy. We've got some great shades to show you in case you saw this in Harper's Bazaar and you're like, what does that look like? What does it feel like? Here are the 5 shades for you to break down.
Yeah, so we have our sand, which is going to be for our porcelain girls, all the way to our fair light girls. We have, oh, there she goes, sand. Then we have beige. I am wearing beige. Beige is going to be our universal shade, our most popular shade. I say if you're not sure what shade you are, beige is a great place to start. Then we have our tan. Tan is going to be for our olive skin tones. I actually go to tan in the summer, not the winter, I wish.
I hope.
I'm beige right now. I go to tan in the summer. And then we have honey, which is going to be a lightest version of our darkest shade. And then we have cocoa, which is so deep and delicious, and our richest shade in this amazing Renewed Hope in a Jar skin tint.
You know, a lot of times we open up Renewed Hope in a Jar and we always talk about how frothy it is and light and whipped moisturizer.
It's like,
it's still the same thing.
Well, you question it and you say, what is this? Is it my foundation?
Yes.
Is it my moisturizer? I like to say this is a perfect hybrid of both because you're getting so many great benefits. Look how bouncy that is. It's silky, it's creamy. It has your SPF. It also has 8 hours of hydration built into there.
Yes.
It gives you customizable coverage. So if you're having a day where you want more of a makeup optional skin, but you just need a little bit of tint on your skin, this is going to allow you to do that. It's also a skin primer, a skin perfector. It's giving you so many great benefits in one, and I just love how creamy this is, how easily it just blends right into the skin. And it's great because you can use this with your hands as a moisturizer, or you can use this amazing brush that was created specifically, bless you,
sorry,
for this formula. So you'll see it has a spatula tip that allows for easy application, and we also have this brush that was created specifically for this formula because a lot of brushes sometimes tend to hold onto the moisture. We wanted to make sure that these bristles were created to make sure everything was going directly onto your skin. So that 8 hours of hydration, that customizable coverage, that SPF 20, all in just one product.
Well, and the other thing that's nice with the way that your brush is, especially being double cut, is you don't waste as much foundation compared to maybe your liquids or your other creams. To me, that is so nice because when people talk about an airbrush finish, you're like, but I had to use a lot. That doesn't really feel like airbrush. This creates that because of its lightweight properties, but you didn't have to sacrifice hydration because you've got the 8 hours built in there. So I always tell people that if you're not happy with your foundation when you take the bathroom break, like before lunch or after lunch, just trying to get away from your desk, and it looks like, you know, your makeup has just kind of dissipated in certain areas of your complexion, try this. This is not only long wearing, but I have found personally that it doesn't break apart on my face, which is really nice.
No, that's one of my favorite things too. It's going to give you that even application. It's going to stay put. So not only is that 8 hours of hydration, it's also 8 hours of coverage. And again, you're in control of the application. So if you're going to put just a little bit on to spot treat, you can go ahead and do that, or you can just simply start here, blend in with your brush, and continue to build as needed on the concerns of your skin for that day.
And I think that's so important because our skin needs change, especially when it comes to foundation, maybe even monthly, maybe even, you know, twice a year. And that's important to have a foundation that can mold to what your skin needs of that moment.
Exactly. Like some days I might have more redness or blemishes, and I might need more coverage. So you can see Anne here is starting with a bare face. She is makeup free. So you see what her skin looks like before. And she's just going in and using that brush to really buff and swirl the foundation moisturizer, your smart hybrid, into the skin to give you that look of second skin. I like to say it's like a skin perfector.
Yes. Yes.
Because it's really enhancing the skin that you already have. We're not about giving you something that's going to look like you're covering something up. You work so hard on cleansing your skin and treating your skin. We want to make sure that your best skin is coming forward. It looks so natural.
I mean, my goodness. And this is another thing, again, with the brush, like the evenness of application, because it's a moisturizer, as its inherent property, you don't have to worry about blending so much. You'll never have that demarcation line that you would have had to be like, quick, I've got the line. And we've all had it, but I think the reality is so many times when you say, okay, I need coverage, that coverage that you've applied has been really, really drying. But the thing that's nice about this is we've seen Anne kind of have that more natural coverage. And what if you're like, girl, I just like to take it up a notch for no reason at all? You can still do that.
You can absolutely do that. And Sheila here has on 2 applications. So you can see her before. She has hyperpigmentation. She has discoloration in the skin. It looks like skin she still has on her after. It looks so natural. Her skin is glowing. It is bright. The coverage that she needs is there without looking cakey, without looking like she's wearing heavy foundation. It really is her best skin forward.
And that's what so many of us want. And again, she doesn't need a setting powder. She looks really nice and balanced. Her skin is incredibly dewy, but it's also bright as well. So for those of us that have said, you know what, I just need to make my makeup bag less complicated. I don't want to figure out how to highlight and contour every single angle or every single curve. This was created for you. And yet how you'll start your day feels like your favorite moisturizer, because it probably is. You'll get great coverage in your choice of shades, but you'll also get that SPF 20 that has the UVA, UVB protection put in along with it. And of course, the value that you'll only find here at Beauty IQ. So you get the brush, you get your choice of shades. And if you're wondering, okay, well, how's it buildable? What does that really look like? We're going to take you from no makeup to 1 application to 2.
Yeah, and it's so easy. And this is going to be the sand shade, so our lightest, most porcelain fair shade. So you can see in the before, that's regular skin. That's skin with discoloration, skin that needs just a little bit of enhancement. So after 1 application, you can see that her skin tone is evened out, but it still doesn't look like she's wearing makeup. And then after 2 applications, for me, it's like, okay, I'm ready for dinner. You know, application 1 is my day out and about with that protection and the coverage. 2 is just a little bit more enhanced, but it's still, all in all, looks like her skin is just perfected.
Yeah, and she doesn't look like she's covered in makeup.
Yeah.
Which is great. And I think in this moment and age where, okay, the weather's miserable for a lot of us out in the country right now, and you're like, you know what, let's just get out of the house. Let's go grab a quick lunch just to say we did something today. Like, put this on. But then you think, okay, well, I have a huge meeting on Monday or Tuesday, but it's at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You don't want to sit at your desk at like 3:30 and be touching up, you know, but like before your boss and like you want to look presentable. You want to put something on one time, have it stay all day, give you the coverage that you may or may not need, but have the long-lasting, hydrating, moisturizing properties such as Renewed Hope in a Jar. Because let's face it, with all this forced air right now, it is so dry. And the last thing you want is your face to be looking like a hot-caked mess.
No, you certainly
You don't want that.
And I love this because when you get it at home, this texture is going to be like no other. It's light. It's almost like a souffle. It's hydrating. It's creamy. It's silky. You'll say, is this my moisturizer or is it my foundation? Is it my color? What I love about this is bounce is coming from our whipped water gel technology, which is what gives you that burst of hydration. It also has our Asian fruit extract, which is an ingredient we have in our Hope in a Jar moisturizer. That helps to brighten the skin. So you're getting all of those great benefits in one. And if you're someone who has combination skin or doesn't need that extra boost of hydration, this can act as your moisturizer with your skin tint. Or if you need a little bit more hydration, apply your moisturizer first and then you can put this on top. Either way, your skin will thank you because you're getting that 8 hours of hydration, that 8 hours of coverage, your SPF 20, skin that just looks healthy, skin that looks like skin.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
In the world of great, BB creams, CC creams, you're like, wow, that looks like my skin, but it's a little bit better. Here are your 5 shades. We'll start with sand.
So sand is going to be our lightest shade. This is for our most porcelain girl to our fair light girl. Then we have our beige, which is our medium skin tone, our universal shade. I say if you don't know where to start here. Then we have tan, which is going to be for our more olive skin tones. Then we have honey, which is going to be for the lighter version of our darkest shade, which is going to be cocoa, our deepest, richest shade. I want to say scent. Shade.
All right, well, if you'd like to place an order, you can always go to beautyiq.com, or we have a phone number. You can call the phone and be like, hey girl, hey, I want that Renewed Hope in a Jar, my favorite shade. That number is 1-800-600-3144. Super easy there to place your order as well. Coming up later on in the show, we have our supersized two-piece vitamin C